Okay, so we have reached our final step to our chair. I wanted to show you the final product of what's going on right here. So we'll look at this thing a little bit carefully. So y'all are going to, and you can see the chair legs right here, you are going to take that straight, the normal parallel line that you guys did in the last step, which you can kind of see these are just straight across. You're going to take that and then you're going to end up taking that and curving it. And it's kind of hard to see, I mean, to be honest with you, when you're looking at this thing. So what I did do on your handout and as well as this video is I did do a zoom in of this leg, and I call it my diagram. So what y'all are going to do is when you look at this, and this is a model of the leg here. This is the step 3, what you got right here. So if you remember the last thing that we did when we made our box last week with the ellipse as well as the archway, you remembered in the archway, the very height of your archway would go in the middle of your paper. And of course I can turn this around and it looks a little bit more like the archway that you had. So you would take your chair leg, the base of it, and you would divide it in half right there. And that would be the height of your curve. Y'all remember that. And then a little bit on down your chair leg, you would make 2 equal distant marks that are parallel to each other. And that is going to be where your curve starts. I wouldn't go just way on up your chair leg. I just went just a little bit up the chair leg to do that. It's kind of like a smirk that you're making right here. It's not a big smiley face or a big rainbow or whatever you want to call it. So if you can just think, like, give it just a little curve and just make sure that the curves are the same. You're going to try to make them the same as you go throughout your work. So on this, it's all pretty and color coded and labeled and all that good stuff. So I would definitely look at that as you're doing it. So to save time, what I'm gonna do is I will show y'all, how you end up doing it. It may not be as labeled as the way that it actually is on your handout, but hopefully this will help you guys out. So where I've got my green right here, that's going to be your starting place. So the main thing that you need to do is like literally measure this thing, and at the half point you're going to make a mark at your half point, and that will go for every chair leg section that you guys have. So basically, like where the arrow is where the center point, like the height of your curve, will be hitting there. So you'll know that. And like before you actually start, you're gonna end up on either side. Just make sure, if this is, not that it'll be ever half an inch or a fourth, it may not even be a fourth. But if this is a certain size from this base to here, then this will be the same from the base to there. So, you'll end up making your marks there and there. And as you come up, you'll have your little marks. And just make sure they're equal. Okay, so you've got maybe my little marks right there, okay? So don't forget this. I kind of failed to mention this. At the very top of your chair, it's gonna be the same deal. The thing about it is though, these are straight up going to be a rainbow, or like a kind of a sad rainbow that's not really that curvy, or a kind of a frowny face. So the same little deal. You'll end up taking the ruler, you're gonna divide it in half right here, and then on either side Now this line is, it's straight. So you take your ruler straight on either side. This is not lined up with any kind of particular vanishing point. So this is gonna let you know like where to take your curve. The same thing on this side. Hold your ruler straight. On either side right here, you're gonna have your little marks right there, okay? So, let's see, I may do it. I know this is a little bit different, but I may end up doing this in orange just so you can kind of see it. All right. Okay, so, so from this point to here, what I would do is like dot, dot, dot. And then you connect the dots. Make sure it's curved and not pointed at this arrow right here, okay, y'all? Same thing. Okay. So from here, I think the main thing I can tell y'all is really just look at your dots. If you can, like, as you're drawing, focus on that. It's gonna look more like a curve as you do it. All right. So that is the final situation with your chair. Your chair is definitely a challenge, but I know y'all can do it. And the cool thing about this is once you get your chair and once you get that bookshelf, you guys are going to be in really good shape whenever we do our room interior for our next big lesson. So y'all have a great rest of your week. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all later.